We are going to cover the changes to 2016 for the multi-surface draft and flange tool. At first glance, we'll see that there's a new length mode, so let's start with that tool. After selecting these two surfaces and create the flange, the distance from the edge of the flange to the host surface is 10. This is true regardless of the angle I use. What is often needed by designers is that the length be projected to the offset of the surface. By selecting Projected, we now see that the length of the flange is larger than the length of 10. But as we measure the end of the flange to the host surface, the distance is 10. Thus, this is the projected length. The next interface difference is the flange from curve. Instead of using a curve on surface to create a flange, we want to be able to use these curves to create the flange. Picking the 4 curved segments, then pick the host surface, the flange is created. The flange has the same structure as the curve. We also have the ability to create a flange to the surface. Turning Chain Select on takes the complete loop of curve on surfaces of this opening. Select 2 surfaces, then pick the offsetted surface, and finally build. The flange is created and stops at the chosen surface. Building a flange on this edge, the surfaces intersect each other. By turning on Intersect Flanges and choosing Trim, the surfaces are trimmed back. New for 2016 is the Trim Convert option. This option brings the surfaces to natural edges. The changes specific to draft are the angle calculation and the radial control. The standard way of creating a draft is to follow a vector. This can be controlled by the interface or using the pre-existing vector. At reasonable small angles, the 3D rotation does well. But as the angle gets too large, the results, while created properly, doesn't make sense to use. A new approach is available with this release, allowing a 2D rotation. This approach builds the flange tangent to the curve and provides better result at larger angles. There is also a new radial control. By turning on radial control, the flange is now built out radially. In this case, the isoparms of the surface will look much better using the radial control.